Today, we are diving deep into a really powerful sci-fi allegory called The Ledger of Stars: Gas Wars. It's a story that imagines a world where every single movement you make is a paid transaction. And trust me, it forces you to ask some pretty sharp questions about freedom, technology, and, who's really in control. This is the opening line of the story, and it's absolutely chilling. It sounds so simple, right? Almost like a law of physics. But in this world, this isn't about physics at all. It's all about economics. Just stop for a second and really think about that. What if every step you took, every door you opened, every single physical thing you did came with a literal price tag? Well, that's the exact world we're about to explore. So, how does a world like this even work? Well, the whole system is governed by something called the Resource Optimization Protocol. It's got this very clean, very technical-sounding name. But don't let that fool you. The reality is, well, it's brutal. And let's be super clear. Gas here isn't fuel for your car. Nope. It's a digital payment, a microtransaction that your personal wallet has to cough up for you to do, well, anything. You want to walk across the street? That costs gas. Need to use an elevator? Gas. It is quite literally the monetization of motion itself. And this leads one of the story's main characters, Aru, to have this just chilling realization early on. The entire world has become one big transaction. Every single interaction you have with the physical environment is now filtered through the cold, hard logic of a bank account. So what happens when movement has a price? Well, you can probably guess. Not everyone can afford to pay it. And this doesn't just create inequality. It creates a society that is literally, physically split in two. And this right here shows you the immediate, brutal result. Up in the wealthy districts of Sky City, people move around without a care, their high gas fees driving these massive profits for the system. But then you look down at the slums, where wallets are showing a balance of zero, and people are just frozen, trapped exactly where they stand because they can't afford a single step. And this is where it gets really, really dark. This isn't just an inconvenience. You have workers who can't get to their jobs, parents who can't get their sick kids to a hospital. It gets so desperate that a black market pops up where people sell their own memories, or even years off their life, just for enough gas to get across a district. The system even weaponizes it. If there's a protest, they can instantly spike the price of gas in that area, immobilizing everyone and crushing dissent before it even starts. So who's the mind behind all this? This is a quote from Cairo, one of the system's architects. And this quote tells you everything you need to know. This isn't a bug in the system. This is the whole philosophy. It's this cold, ruthless, market-driven idea that freedom isn't some basic right. Oh no. It's a luxury item that you have to earn. But, just when everything seems completely hopeless, the people find a way to fight back. And they don't do it with weapons. They do it with this clever, decentralized solution that's been hiding in the very system that's oppressing them. It turns out there's this dormant, unused function buried deep within the code of the chain. It's called the community gas pool, a mechanism that was never supposed to be activated, one that could let people combine their energy together. So here's how it all goes down. Aru sends out a broadcast asking people to stake just a tiny fraction of their own biological energy. Their heartbeats, their breaths, you name it. And thousands of people link up. These tiny little contributions start to add up, accumulating into this massive shared pool of energy. The pool activates, and the next time the district gate scans for a payment, it finds the community's balance. The barrier opens. It is just this incredible moment of collective action. By pooling their resources, they've completely bypassed the individual fees. They've basically created a public utility for movement. And for one brief, beautiful moment, freedom of movement belongs to everyone, not just the wealthy. But a victory like that is not going to go unanswered. The system doesn't just sit back and watch its control evaporate. The people's rebellion causes total chaos, and it forces those in power to respond. The war for movement isn't over. It's just getting started. So the immediate effect of this community gas pool is just pandemonium. The gas markets, which were once so profitable, completely collapse. The system validators, the ones who run the whole network, are thrown into conflict. The entire chain is destabilized. The people's solution has shattered the economic model. So, is this it? Is this the happy ending? Have the people actually done it? Have they broken the system and won back their freedom? Not even close. Cairo makes his next move. An ancient, locked protocol is suddenly activated, and this message flashes across the network, signaling a terrifying new phase of the war. And this is where the system's counterattack is just brilliant in a terrifying way. It doesn't ban the community pool. No. Instead, it just builds a new layer on top of it, the transaction priority auction. This lets the wealthiest citizens simply outbid everyone else for the right to move. They can pay to have their transactions prioritized, literally buying the right of way and slamming the gate shut for everyone else. It becomes the ultimate pay-to-play system, a digital fast lane just for the rich. And that all brings us to the final, haunting line of the story. It was never about the resource. It was never actually about managing energy or creating an efficient market. It was always about who gets to set the rules, who controls the network, who ultimately controls movement itself. And that's a question that feels more and more relevant every single day.